than Rafael. We know before the fight, but it could be a history moment for the boxing. What do you think about this day? It could be a very history day.
It could be history. Bernard has made a lot of history in the past. I was fortunate to be ringside in Montreal 2 years ago when he beat Jean Pascal to win the light heavyweight title at age 46, and he broke the record that George Foreman had as the oldest fighter to ever win a major world championship. And so to be here tonight, I think that he has a very good chance to do it again. It shows you how impressive his career has been, that he could be a fighter that many people are picking to win, even at age 48, to break his own record, which would be remarkable.
What is the phenomenon of Hopkins? He's an old guy, he's 48. Why he's still one of the best?
Bernard he's not normal. He's got good defense, so even though he's boxed a lot of rounds in his career, he doesn't get beat up. He's got some losses, but he's never been knocked out. He has told me many times, I haven't seen every single one of his fights, but he's told me he's never been cut ever in a fight, which is very amazing. He's only been knocked down, I think, 4 times total. 2 times in the fight he had against Segundo Mercado back in the early 90s. And 2 times by Jean Pascal in their first fight, one of which most people thought was a trip, a slip. He didn't really get knocked down. So he showed a great chin, great defense, good slick boxing ability, and the ability to keep his opponents kind of off balance. And even some of the fights he's lost, very close. Split decision to Calzaghe, 2 fights with Jermaine Taylor, where a lot of people thought he at least won one of those fights. So he's a freak of nature.
We are for the Polish media, so I want to ask about Adamek. You said that Adamek make very good decision to don't fight with Pulev. What do you think about Adamek now?
Listen, Tomasz Adamek has made a lot of great fights. He was a tremendous champion as a cruiserweight. Became a good heavyweight contender. Had his opportunity against Klitschko. Obviously, the size was just too much for him to overcome that night. And so as he winds down his career, the way I looked at it was, if you have an opportunity to make a significant amount of money to fight just a regular opponent, just whoever they choose for you, nobody in particular, to go back home to Poland and fight and make that kind of money, or your other option is to fight Pulev, a dangerous, very tough fight for less money. I can understand why Adamek would opt for the easier fight for the bigger purse. I mean, if he was 25 and his career was still way on the rise, maybe you take the shot and you go for the title, the eliminator to get the title shot. Tomasz Adamek has had that. He can get a title shot just because he's got a great name, potentially. He doesn't need to necessarily become the mandatory. So take the money and go knock out some bum, and you still can keep your career alive and still maybe get an opportunity to fight for the title. So I thought he made the right decision.
Do you know Fonfara from Poland?
Sure. He's been on ESPN a few times. He's looked good. He's exciting. I know he's got a little bit of an injury right now, so a fight that he was supposed to have got postponed. Hopefully we'll see him back soon. I mean, I think they're targeting, hopefully, that he'll be okay to come back sometime this summer and fight in Chicago.
Is it an opportunity for the future fight with, for example, even the Hopkins?
I don't think Hopkins is going to tangle with a guy like Fonfara because he just doesn't have that big of a name, so it wouldn't be that huge of a fight for Bernard. And I don't know if Bernard, even if he wins or loses tonight, if he's going to fight much longer anyway. But, Fonfara, because of the fans he brings out, especially when he fights in Chicago with all the Polish fans, great Polish fans, and a fun style, and is a good boxer. That I can see him, rising up the rankings with a couple of more solid victories under his belt. He had a great win against Glenn Johnson, and I wish him good luck.
Our other countryman, Andrzej Golota, you know him, lost unfortunately 2 weeks ago with Przemysław Saleta. What do you think about him?
And Golota at one time was one of the best heavyweights in the world. That was like 10 years ago, 15 years ago. I mean,
he was boxing with Bo?
When he boxed Bo, even after the Bo fights, even when he was fighting like Chris Bird or something like that, he is just does not have the mental fortitude to be a top fighter. I mean, he should retire. I mean, what is the purpose? He quits in fights. He gets knocked out in fights. I don't mean to disrespect him. I mean, he at one time was a tremendous heavyweight contender, but it's over. And frankly, it surprises me that there are people anywhere, Poland or any other place, that would actually want to see him still fight, because you know that he's gonna get knocked out or he's gonna quit.
Okay, thank you very much for this interview.
Sure, my pleasure.